back again. The host of Guests in the Wardrobe. Last week, as soon as I started recording, I've forgotten what happened last week. But it was Steph. It was Steph Blobby. Thank you for coming on. It was really good. We talked a lot, and I found a lot of enjoyment out of that. Not that I don't most weeks, but to be clear, it was good. So, start as you mean to go on, I guess. We've got a new guest. This is another one of those experimental ones where I don't know who it is that come in. But this time I have literally no idea who it is. I don't know their name. So we'll start with that. Hello?
Hello!
There is someone in there.
There is definitely someone in here. Hi, I'm Anime. Nice to meet you.
Oh, hello.
If remotely through a wardrobe.
It's an unusual thing to do, I imagine.
It's not quite how I envisioned spending my Easter Sunday this year. I am going to be honest, but, you know, it's new, it's fresh. I'm into it.
See, I forgot it was that Easter Sunday because I went into town. Like, I messaged Gregor, our middleman, I guess. I guess that's the way you describe it. I said, I just got to go to town before we do this recording. And I was like, yeah, I'll go to town, go get some stuff. I basically just needed some stationery.
So Gregor's become your errand boy then?
Yeah.
Okay.
And then I got into town and realised, oh wait, it's bloody bank holiday. Wasted journey, mate. So
I completely forgot it was Easter Sunday until this morning when I got woken up by Gregor throwing some Easter eggs at my face.
Oh.
So.
Well, that's probably my fault. Get up and get in a wardrobe. So how is it in there?
It's a little bit smaller than I thought it would be, but it's cool. We'll go with it.
It's arguably not big enough for a person.
It's just about big enough. There is a fake button in here that says "Do not press."
Oh.
Me.
Still yet to decide what to do with that.
Okay.
I put it there and thought, oh, that'll be funny. And I was like, oh wait, I'm not really got anything for it. You know what? One week I'll just throw in a sound effect, which be like boom.
But how will you know when someone presses a button?
Well, this week I know because you told me. But I mean,
but I could be pressing it right now. You have no idea.
I have, yeah.
Because it's made of paper, mate.
That's it. So, well, I don't know. I was trying to experiment with something, and it obviously didn't think it through. That usually helps. Okay, well, you're enjoying the wardrobe.
I am enjoying the wardrobe.
Yeah. Tell me about yourself. What do you do? Anything?
I do some things. Yeah.
Yeah.
I was listening to a few of your podcasts in preparation for this, and I was happy to see Cal was on the show.
Oh, okay.
I like Cal. I'm from Sheffield, and so can corroborate some of his claims about Crazy Jesus Lady et al.
So you've seen Callum wandering the streets before? Maybe you've gone to his Costa.
I haven't, because I haven't actually seen him in years. But
that's a shame.
Hi, Cal, if you're listening.
He won't be listening. But it's nice. I feel like now we've got a little universe going on here.
Yeah.
First time that two guests have... Well, not the first time, actually. All my other guests were mutual. Yeah. They're all friends because it's difficult to persuade people to sit in a wardrobe.
Well, I mean, I had nothing better to do on an Easter Sunday. I rang my agent, told him to cancel all my plans, except my agent is myself, so I rang myself, told myself to cancel all my plans.
All right. Don't mess around with these things. You don't want to go through someone, just, So what's Sheffield to you?
Sheffield, well, it's mostly the place where I used to live now. I'm currently in Norwich. So, yeah, I got a train down yesterday, and I'm getting the train back to Norwich tomorrow, so I'll come here just for me and your wardrobe. That's
not true, though, is it?
Yeah.
What?
Legitimately is true.
You came all the way to Norwich to be in this wardrobe?
Yeah.
I hope this goes well.
Not that there's any pressure.
No, there is absolutely no pressure. I mean, it's, but tell me more.
So currently living in Norwich, did a creative writing degree. Just applied for the BBC, which was super cool. I won't get it, but it was worth a go.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Open position on Doctor Who. I thought, why the hell not?
That's something.
Yeah.
What was that like?
Stressful, because I found out about it about 4 days before it was due. But But yeah, I figured if nothing else, I'll get points for sheer audacity because I have none of the experience they're looking for. So
hell, why not? Like, I went for so many different things. You gotta just throw it out there, you know.
Yeah. But yeah, so mostly living in Norwich, doing creative writing stuff and YouTube stuff. Hence the comment before we started recording about I'll fix it in post being full of hubris.
Oh yeah. I was just throwing it. You know, it's just something I say. It's quite funny. People on the inside will get it. They were like, "Oh, fix it in post, mate. Don't fix it in post.
Don't ever try and fix it in post because it won't be fixed in post."
Exactly. So that's something you like to do?
Yeah. Been doing YouTube for about, God, I don't know, on and off for about 5 years now.
Is there anything specific that you do?
Not really, just whatever I feel like. Like music and reviews and random bits of video of us breaking into an abandoned rec centre, which we did a couple of months ago. That was fun.
Oh, what? Tell me more about
that. We nearly got kicked out by security several times, but there's just this big old rec centre with an attached school on the edge of Norwich that's just full into bits and looks like a level out of Outlast. And so we thought...
Not very scary game, by the way.
No, it really wasn't, was it?
Nah, you just got a camera, haven't you? So jump scares only so much can scare me.
Well, yeah, because like once it's gone, you've got there's a jump, and then there's nothing left. Like you've got to have that build up.
Yeah, absolutely.
Are there any horror games that did scare you?
Yeah, I'm not like totally a massive brave person or anything. Whatever that sentence was, but
you're a massive good English person too.
Yeah, I don't know for the things. But Alien Isolation, that was that I shat myself throughout all of that basically.
Just consistently.
Like I was just on edge all the time. Like
yeah, that's fair actually. I did like the game mechanic of like not having any of the stats or anything on screen.
Yeah.
Because to sound like a wanky game reviewer, like it really helped with the immersion. But I don't know. I was a bit put off by the story.
The voice not really.
It was a bit weak, but then it's not really about the story, is it?
Yeah, exactly.
You go there to get shot up by a giant alien.
Yeah, just hide in the locker, mate. Just sit in the corner for an hour, shitting yourself. Yeah, that's one of them. So we got sidetracked there.
Sorry.
What were you doing?
So we just figured, like, I've got a camera with a decent light on it, so we thought we would do like the horror video game experience and break into an abandoned building with a camera.
Why not?
And there was this old squash court that was falling apart, where someone had clearly had some sort of a party, but we were trying to work out what on earth sort of party it was, because someone had painted like satanic symbols everywhere.
Jeez.
And it was also full of like multicoloured plastic balls. So we're thinking like Satan clown party probably.
Why not?
Yeah.
Maybe it was like Mr Blobby.
Maybe.
Like
I was terrified of Mr Blobby as a kid.
Oh yeah, no, I actually got a story about that. Fuck it, I'll say it. It's not that long, it's not that interesting, but what the hell? Basically, when I was a kid, my dad dressed up as Mr Blobby.
That'll ruin you forever.
I loved it, but my older brother was terrified of it, and now he's scared of Mr Blobby.
Because Mr Blobby is horrifying. Who okayed that for kids?
Well, the thing is, I always thought that my dad was Mr Blobby. So then
what, like the same setup as Santa then?
Yeah, and I was like, oh shit, no, it's Noel Edmonds. Noel Edmonds' mate or whatever. Sometimes, like, right.
Some poor intern who Noel Edmonds has suckered into that suit.
Is that what it was, though? Was it not? It wasn't Noel Edmonds, was it? It was just someone else.
No, I think it was. It wasn't Noel Edmonds in the suit.
He wasn't in the suit. It was just. No, Noel Edmonds was just his carer.
Yes.
Like, looking after.
To Mr Blobby on day release.
But yeah, so what was it? You were walking around. There were symbols and that.
Yeah, no, it was.
Wasn't anything to do with Mr Blobby.
No, but you've got me sidetracked now.
Ah, you're welcome.
All I'm thinking about is Mr Blobby, because I got sat on him at a fun. Can't speak English today. I got sat on by Mr Blobby at a carnival when I was like 3, and so I was terrified of Mr Blobby from then on.
That would terrify anyone.
Yeah.
Let alone a 3-year-old.
One minute I'm having my ice cream, the next minute his giant polka dot arse is coming in at me.
Was that a good day?
It was until I got sat on by Mr Blobby.
Oh, Mr Blobby's terrifying kids for ages. Redundant now, though. So.
Yeah. I've got those 90s kids posts all over the internet.
Oh, tell me.
They have to stop.
Tell me about it. I'm guessing you're a 90s kid?
Yes, I am.
Well done on that.
Thanks.
We've got to stick together.
I think it's really my parents that should get credit for that, but yeah.
Well, yeah, absolutely. But the thing that annoys me the most about 90s kids is it doesn't include people who were born in 87 or onwards, who are kids still in the 90s.
Kids in the 90s, yeah.
That's the only bit that annoys me. Apart from that, fair game, you know.
Because I don't remember much of the 90s. I was at a maximum 5 years old in the 90s.
Yeah.
So
At a maximum.
Yeah, because I was born in 95. So...
All right, I see what you mean. I see what you mean. I just thought...
No, I wasn't just estimating my own age.
For some reason, in my head, it was like, in the 90s, you're only one age. Rather than...
Yeah, no, I was just 5 for that whole
any
decade.
age in a period between once. Yeah.
But yeah, so like, despite being a 90s kid, I don't remember much of the 90s. Like,
but also, it's just like, I
was born, I had some terrible jumpers, Spice World happened, then the millennium, so...
Exactly. Millennium, that was crazy. I was 7. The millennium. I was off my face on orange juice, probably. Well, or lemonade. Sometimes you tell a story and there's nothing to it, you know.
Yeah.
So, do we want to go back to that story? Do we ever?
There wasn't a lot to it apart from like we broke into an abandoned building and it was pretty creepy, to be honest.
Pretty creepy. Did you get caught or anything?
We got nearly caught several times by security. And I did accidentally like stab myself on a fence while trying to make a quick escape from security.
Oh no.
But no, they haven't managed to catch us yet.
Catch you yet?
Well, yeah, because we're going to go back. We've not seen the whole place yet.
So this was fairly recent then?
Yeah, this was about a month ago, I think.
Okay.
I still haven't edited the video that I took. But,
yeah. What's the video? It's literally just you walking around being like, oh, look, this is a scary place.
Well, because so much of it looked like FPS horror game footage, so I was going to try and edit it into something like that.
Okay.
We even did like a daft choose your character screen with everyone that we'd gone with. Everyone wielding bits of pipe and stuff.
Oh, okay. So their heads just floating.
No, I'm not that good at video editing.
Oh, okay. That's just what I was imagining.
I can try and do that. Sadly, there wasn't a green screen in this abandoned, rundown rec centre.
Just use a mask and then just drop it in, and then you can use that. That's just free of charge.
Thanks.
It's one of the things you get when you...
No consultation fees or anything.
No, it's a free world in the wardrobe. There's no laws. There's no...
Unless you want to stretch.
You can't. You definitely can't do that. Are you a tall person? I didn't really get a gauge of that when setting this up.
No, because for the benefit of the tape, Dan hasn't seen me at all.
Yeah.
All he's got to go on is my voice currently.
Literally.
So, yeah, I could be... Well, I suppose the voice gives you a few clues, doesn't it? But
what, to your height? Not really.
Yeah, not to my height. But, yeah, no, there's a few basic assumptions, like, I assume that you know I'm a girl, but...
I made that assumption.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I'm not particularly tall, I don't think.
No?
No.
Well, I guess you're only as tall as your ego. I was thinking, well, I don't know.
I could hear you fishing for the end of that sentence.
Yeah. Oh well. Never mind. Who would have thought that I was the host? Tell me more about yourself when you're not just going into abandoned places and knocking around and getting your foot caught on a fence.
It wasn't my foot. I stabbed my hand.
Oh,
broke a bit of fence.
Oh dear.
Yeah.
Did it hurt?
Yeah, like a motherfucker.
Of course it did.
But yeah, apart when I'm not breaking into abandoned buildings and stabbing my hand, which to be fair isn't something that I do particularly often.
It's not a hobby.
No, it's not a hobby. It was just like a one-off weekend job.
Sure.
Yeah, no, I mostly do creative writing stuff.
Okay.
Would quite like to write for telly in the future, hence the BBC application.
Of course.
So that tends to eat up most of my time. I do have a retail job as well, obviously, because like
I'm going to
have to for the next 30 years before I'm going to get a writing career.
Sure, absolutely.
Kind of had that realisation halfway through uni that it wasn't just going to be do a university degree and then suddenly write for telly.
Yeah. What was the uni degree?
So it was supposed to be English lit and creative writing. It came out quite a lot more English lit than I had thought it would.
Oh, okay.
But I'm going back for a master's, so.
Oh, cool. What's that? What's that? Specialising in creative writing then?
Script writing.
Script writing. Oh,
Yeah.
ace. That's good stuff.
Yeah, so looking forward to that because that's going to be pretty much all creative.
Yeah.
So I'll actually get to do what I came to UEA to do.
Hell yeah. We'll just fade this bit out and we'll have a jingle.
Okay.
That was great. What? What next?
What? I don't know. You're the host.
How you grew up in Norwich, I guess?
No, grew up in Sheffield.
Oh, that would be the link between you and Cal Reader.
Yeah, so knew Cal kind of tangentially when I was at school.
Kind of, like you just started.
Kind of mostly through Gregor, to be honest.
You just noticed him. Right, so let me get this link together. So you, Cal Reader, and Gregor all went to the same school?
No,
you're all just in the area.
Just all kind of in the area. Didn't go to the same school, but knew each other just through living. Actually, how the fuck did we meet? Gregor, weigh in on this.
Gregor, he's not here.
He's not here. Okay.
I mean, here.
As evidenced by the fact that he just said, "I'm not here."
It's fine. He's not. He just doesn't want to be on the show. Apparently.
Fair enough.
First day of school. Don't know anyone here. God damn, I hope I do find someone that I just bump into. Oh, I'm sorry. Oh, that's quite alright. My name's Anna May. I don't know anyone in Sheffield too. Do you? No, not really. I'm Gregor Smith. Thank you. I introduced myself as my full name, so there's no confusion. And it's hi, my name's Cal Reader. Emphasis on the Cal, because don't call me Callum. Some people do, but I prefer Cal. So I think we're gonna be great friends. This is Anna May talking, by the way, just for context for us all here. Yeah, and I'm Gregor Smith. Can't wait. I don't think we're gonna be great friends, not forever. I won't even remember how we met. Cal Reader, by the way. I'm Cal Reader.
Yeah, I can't remember how we met, but I know that we did meet.
At some stage.
At some point, we got to know each other.
It happened, and there's a triangle there. So, what's Sheffield like growing up? I grew up fairly near.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, I was born in Buckinghamshire, which is nowhere near Sheffield. But then when I was about 6, moved to Derbyshire, and that's where I grew up basically.
Oh, right. Okay, cool.
So fairly near. It was basically my nearest city.
Yeah. Yeah, no, growing up in Sheffield was pretty good, to be honest. It was because of Sheffield Young Writers that I ended up going to do creative writing at uni, so I was thankful for that. That was nice. But yeah, I mostly spent a lot of my time in the church circles.
Okay.
Because I used to be, used to be Christian and used to be straight.
Okay.
I am now neither. But yeah, Sheffield's nice, but it always felt a bit big for me, which is why I moved to Norwich in the arsehole of nowhere. So,
Fair enough. Got any particular favourite bits about Sheffield? A top 5? No, it doesn't have to be 5. Why do we need
top 5 things about Sheffield?
I'm not saying it's a struggle to come up with 5 things, but
you are implying it though.
Well, I've been to Sheffield a few times. I like it.
Fair enough.
It's probably the city I've visited the most. Not out of choice, but because I've gone via. You're
really selling it.
It's got things. It's got my favourite cinema.
Which was that?
The Showroom.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Best cinema in the UK.
Yeah, Showroom's pretty good.
Yeah.
Crucible's pretty good as well if you like theatre, but.
Yeah, I've never really been. I mean, I say never really been. I haven't been. Actually, no. I went in.
How do you kind of go to a theatre?
I did go inside, but not really to do anything. It was kind of like a voluntary thing that I was doing for.
Oh right, okay.
Chef Doc Fest.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. So I went inside there, but yeah.
Yeah, I haven't been back to the Crucible in years, but that's where I used to do all of the ballet shows that I did as a kid.
Oh, okay.
Before I realised that I had about all the grace and poise of a baked potato, and abruptly quit dancing.
A baked potato could look good in.
But not in a tutu.
Well, I don't know. So why did you stop that? You just didn't want to do it anymore.
I am by no means a dancer. It was just one of those standard things that you do when you're a 7-year-old girl, is you do ballet or you do gymnastics or whatever. But yeah, it was between ballet or music lessons, and I picked music.
Fair enough.
So yeah, that to be honest is the majority of what I do on my YouTube channel at the moment is musical stuff.
Okay.
Like arrangements of songs that other people have done, playing by ear and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. At the moment, it just looks like the nerdiest shit because it's all covers of the soundtrack to Undertale. I don't know if you've played Undertale.
I have played Undertale. Yeah.
What did you think of it?
I gave up an hour in.
Really?
Yeah. Just wasn't working for me.
Oh, fair enough.
Yeah, it should have done. It's the kind of stuff that I should really like, but yeah, maybe I just didn't give it enough of a chance.
It is a bit slow to start, I will give it that. Yeah. Would definitely recommend revisiting it though.
Yeah.
Once you actually get properly into the story and the way it branches out, because you can choose to kind of go really extremely evil with it, or do basically there's about 3 different routes and you don't get the full story unless you play all 3.
Yeah.
So I suppose if the story's not working for you, then it's going to be a bit of a hard slog.
Sure.
But it's worth a shot, definitely.
Yeah. Maybe I'll go back to it. I don't play many games anyway, so nah. I do. I'm playing Thimbleweed Park at the moment.
I've not heard of that.
Point and click. Same guys who did Monkey Island.
Oh, okay. Oh, I love Monkey Island.
Well, you'd love this. It's great. It's basically a detective murder mystery type thing.
That sounds good.
In a similar vein as Monkey Island, with all the same humour and all the stupid, silly little references that it likes to do.
Occasionally, having those little meta turn to the camera moments.
Yep. Yeah. Those kind of things.
Okay.
Yeah. So I recommend that. That's really good fun.
Cool.
But yeah, I don't really play them. Do you play games?
I think I watch more Let's Plays than I play games, but I do play occasionally. If one really grabs me, then I'll save watching the Let's Play until after I've played it.
Yeah.
Like Alien Isolation and Outlast, and Undertale, obviously. Although I think actually I watched the Jacksepticeye.
No.
Gamer on YouTube in the same vein as Markiplier and stuff.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
I watched the first half of his Undertale playthrough before I played it, which actually kind of ruined it for me. Because you don't want to watch someone else play it first. You have to kind of again, to sound like a wanky game review, you have to experience it for yourself.
Well, it's like anything, you know. You don't want to say drink a coffee immediately before going into a coffee shop, and then being like, "Well, I've had my coffee, now I don't need it."
That's a fair point.
It's a great little metaphor for life.
Yes.
Okay, well, we're getting towards the end of the show. Is there anything you wanted to say before? Because you've come all the way from Norwich, and I don't want to just like waste your time.
You're not wasting my time.
Oh, that's good. If we've accomplished anything in this conversation, it's knowing that I haven't wasted your time.
No, this has been great.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wish I got to do more stuff like this, to be honest.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't hear that every day.
Not necessarily the being in the wardrobe, but the doing of the podcast.
Maybe I should just get rid of the wardrobe. Maybe it's just too much of a gimmick.
No, I like it. I like the gimmick.
it's all it's got. So you're gonna carry on doing more like videos for YouTube's?
That is the plan. Because I've finally reached a point where I seem to be getting somewhere with it, which is nice.
Well, that's always good.
Because about 2 years ago, I ended up on some HuffPost list. Like, some Huffington Post writer thought, "Oh, I'll give this kid a shot," and put me on a list of like vloggers to watch.
Oh, nice.
And because of that, I then got contacted by some people at the Camden Fringe, and they thought I was a theatre reviewer. And I decided not to correct them, and so I ended up suddenly going to rehearsals of a Camden Fringe play with a bunch of these really lovely actors, one of whom was on Game of Thrones. So
brilliant.
So more like I'm kind of continuing with YouTube in the hope that more opportunities like that pop up.
Absolutely, why not? What is the YouTube channel? Plug it. Do it.
I'll shameless plug. So it's Anna versus Life.
Anna versus Life.
Anna vs Life.
VS Life.
Yes.
Okay. Remember that, people. Those people listening. There's people listening.
Yeah, I'm sure there's people listening.
Yeah.
And I listened through a bunch of these before I came. I really enjoyed them.
There you go. So if anything, the thanks to you, the viewing figures have gone up by 1. If anything. Thank you for being on the show.
Thank you.
And is there anything else you want to say?
Not that I can think of, apart from Happy Easter from your wardrobe.
Oh, Happy Easter, everyone. Eat the chocolates, do the thing, and then get back to work. Because it's not enough to just be sitting around just for 4 days. Come on, sort it out. Just because Lent's over doesn't mean you have to then get back on. Oh, well, I have 30 days. How long's Lent?
I don't know.
60.
I stopped being a Christian ages ago, so I've not been observing
40
it.
days. 40 days it is. 40 days is Lent. That's just too long. Or is it not?
I guess that's why you have the 4 days off afterwards, is so that you can gorge yourself on everything that you missed out during Lent.
Makes no sense to me. Just it's one or the other. Have a whole year. Have a whole year off, and then come to Easter, have all that chocolate. So that's the message. Enjoy yourselves. Thank you for being on the show.
Thank you for having me.
That's been a pleasure. And everyone else, keep listening to the show. Do the subscribe. And it's on iTunes. I don't think many people know that. It's on there. It's not just SoundCloud. Get on that iTunes. There's a button that's like, subscribe to that. But sometimes with iTunes, it goes, you're not listening to it enough. And it stops subscribing. So keep an eye on that. Just keep listening to it. That's the best way of doing it.
Just on a constant loop.
Yeah. And then hashtag your thoughts at HGWpod. And then I can go, thanks. And we can all live our lives again. So, well, that's not how I usually end the show, but...
But while we're doing shameless plugs...
There you go. Thank you. Bye.
Bye.
That was the show.